Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. What's up RC? What's up Bacon? What's up Vi? Vi with the 25 months of subs. That's crazy, dude. I do not feel like I've been doing this for 25 months and like I know it's been like an off and on thing. Um like I initially started streaming probably close to like 6 years ago or something at this point, which is considerably even longer than that, but I don't know, I don't feel like it's been that long. That's pretty crazy. All right. Yeah, two trees. We're going. Oh God, my computer updated and it changed the start menu, and I hate that. Okay. I didn't think I had like auto update on, but I don't remember telling it to update either. Interesting. All right. Hello game. Um, why are we just not capturing OBS? What are we doing? Oh, this like entire thing has just decided to break apparently. Okay, I have to like completely remake game capture? What is happening right now? Um, we're apparently having issues. Give me a second, guys. I am legitimately so confused. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna like close this and try to open it. I have no idea why this wouldn't just work like the other 900 times I've started stream. What the heck, dude? Alright, well, that was super annoying for no reason. Alright, let's get started then. Here we go. I'm like super on the fence on if I want to start running Two Sisters now or if I should just like wait until next week. Like we did some Rolana practice at the end of stream on Monday, and it went really well. So I don't feel like we need to like start running through the whole thing. I think we're okay to just run each run like the week it comes up. And like we'll probably like do this run and then like do some boss practice or something towards the end like we usually do, but I don't think there's any reason to run the entire thing just yet. But we've had like quite a few one-hit runs at this point. So I feel like if we lock in tonight, we can go hitless on this, which would be fantastic. I feel like really, really awful about not getting it hitless last time, when the only hit we took was like Loretta falling on us from a stagger. Like that was such crap.
And I can also that you're not then why not? I am Carly.
But we're also showing consistency in
Goodbye.
like every other place in the run, so that's like a good sign. We're happy to take those. Oh man. And it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen, for another Elden Ring setup.
Have they, sir? But you, I can turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it says summon me. Ah, I bequeath you. It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
Snag that, grab these. I'm not entirely sure what happened on the last run. It was like we didn't grab the 400 rune like right outside the church at the beginning there. And for whatever reason later on that apparently meant that we were short like 12k runes and like down an entire level. So like I'm kind of just grabbing everything at this point. I'm not sure how 400 turns into like 12k, but we lost a level somewhere because we're typically 75 dex and I think 20 or like 19 endurance by the time we kill Godskin Duo. And on Monday, for whatever reason, when we got to that point, we were like, we're usually 75 dex after Fire Giant, but we were like 74, and then by the time we killed Godskin Duo, we were down to like 18 endurance for some reason. And I could not for the life of me find out why. And it's like we're not using like any foul feet, so it's nothing like that. We've killed all the same things that we always did. Like we had ritual sword. It's not like we forgot to kill Gillica. We leveled up at all the appropriate places. We didn't Memory of Grace out of anywhere where we weren't supposed to. Like I cannot for the life of me figure out where that 12k went.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help me. I'm
Okay, you
stuck.
jerk.
Hello? Hello? I at please. Just give and I'll pop. Don't dally. Give it your all. Ah. Ow. Oh, that's well. I.
All right, and then we gotta remember 4.
Wait. I see. I see it now. Humans all lose their wits eventually. How could this?
And that is much cleaner.
My whole existence.
If you guys remember on Monday, I accidentally did the combo finisher for the Uchi, and Alexander like full on turned around and almost hit us. Because I was not paying attention.
Am I? Are you here as a co? Ah, I'm afraid.
Excellent. Dude, I'm feeling good about the match this weekend. I'm feeling it. I'm like ready, I think. I was very in my head about it for like the last couple of weeks. I was like, I've been practicing for so long and I feel like I've made like almost no progress. And then like the last few like streams we've done on this have been mostly one-hit runs. There was that one run that was a mess, but after the first hit we like did some testing and stuff, so like whatever. But I've been watching other people, and the reason I hadn't been watching other people who were participating was because they hadn't been streaming. It didn't occur to me that the fact that they hadn't been streaming meant that they hadn't been working on their runs. And it does appear that like a lot of people put in a lot of work like early on, but haven't been like keeping up with it. So I feel like my consistency might actually be a bit beneficial. I really need like consistency like running wise. I feel like a lot of stuff ends up being like different every single time I do it, which is not good, but like my consistency like practice wise, like consistently practicing could end up being like an edge for me, which for a while I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, good lord, I'm like against all these like insanely talented runners and stuff, and now that people are like back on it and like streaming and practicing live and stuff again after having like talked to people, and then you realize like everyone else is nervous too, and you're like, oh, wait, these other people are also like people. Which like, who knew, you know? I will say, like, this setup might wear on you, like, harder than almost any other part of this run. It was like, you sit down and you're like, yep, you gotta do setup. You gotta sit down, you gotta collect your items, all this stuff. And then, like, you finish the run and you're like, man, that didn't take that long. And you're like, I should go again. And then you're like, setup. Which is why I do feel like it was ultimately a good idea that I ended up making that, the save. That's just like post setup stuff. That has definitely made it a lot nicer to do like 2 runs in a night, while still like going through setup every night. Because initially, like, I set that up and then we were just like starting from that every time and we just weren't gonna do setup anymore. Because I was just like tired of it. And then we had like one of the worst runs ever. And I was like, you know, I started stream and just immediately started fighting stuff. And I feel like that might have been bad.
Well, there's been a how can I?
So now we're back to doing setup every night, which
Others?
is still not the most fun, but the runs have been like a lot more consistent, which is the thing that matters. There is the nice part of like setup for this run specifically is actually not that long. Like we killed DTS around like the half-hour mark instead of like the hour 10 mark, which is sick. I love that a lot. Pros of having a somber weapon where the stone setup is literally just buy them from EG, which saves so much time. Considering you don't have to like run around and collect like 24 stones. Kind of just makes all the pathing like a lot better. You know what's crazy? I had a bat actually throw poison into that little section underneath there the other day when I was like practicing offline. I had never seen that before. I have no idea what caused it. That was like the first time. And it was really scary too because like the cloud covered like almost the entire room. I was able to like hide in like the back corner there, but I think if he had like centered it just like a little bit more than when he did, like I'm 90% certain that would have just been like an unavoidable hit. I don't think I got like especially close to the wall or anything, like picking up a source seal. Like it was really weird. That's like one of those moments where like I wish I had been streaming so I could have like clipped it.
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yeah, well, are you please? I'm hungry.
But that was a scary thing that I had no idea was even a possibility. Because I was fairly certain like all those bats just like stayed over by the ladder. Like that you initially climb up to get the medallion half, but nah, this guy came right over and he was like, actually source seal is mine. Oh, I gotta start remembering which runs require which graces too. Because there are some runs that require me to get the Fort Height grace. Because we have to go like underground to do like Irani stuff. Yo, Spectre does this fort first, so he just like runs through it like a madman. Alright, a quick run through of Liurnia. Let's get our kukri on now. Oh, that's the mushroom. Rip me, bro. Rip me. $15 mushrooms. Where am I right now? I'm legitimately so confused. Oh, I didn't go far enough. That was really, really weird. Dude, I like spaced out for a second there.
Fit to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas
And then
I
I
know
had
there
to
is,
sit
but I
and
can take
rest and
gathering.
reset all their aggro and stuff. And now this is gonna like change the flow of like the whole run, unfortunately, but it's fine. Not the whole run of the setup. It's really nice when you can get that interaction after having killed DTS. Like that's the ideal that you want, but it's whatever. Alright, so we take this like wide now, because apparently there's a little enemy right there who like aggroes and starts draining your stamina for no reason. Yeah, it looks like if we go wide, we don't have to worry about that. There's no fear of getting hit there, it's more of an annoyance of like suddenly I'm managing stamina in a running section. Whereas in 90% of Elden Ring running sections, that's not a thing you need to think about. So quick lily pick up here. And then I'm like pretty sure that we'll be fine on mushrooms for the rest of this run with 24. Yeah, we don't use 23 sleep pods. So that's fine. Like we use 5 fire pots, we have 4 already, so we need 1 more. And then like we'll use 1 on the lobster in the sewers, and then probably like 4 or 5 on duo. And that will be it, so. We should be good. And then what? This should put us, yeah, 26. That's pretty decent. So yeah, we'll knock DTS off the edge right around 30 minutes, which is pretty consistent with the times we've been getting. I mean, time doesn't really matter. Like we have a 3-hour time limit. We'll be done around like the 2:20 mark. Time isn't really something we need to majorly take into consideration here. Alright, I think we mark like the last mushrooms we pick up. Just so like we know we don't have to go out of our way to make sure we grab all of them. Probably like right before this last golden seed pickup as well. So we stop picking up golden seeds, we can stop picking up the mushrooms as well. If we're being honest with ourselves, I'm like 90% certain we can just stop grabbing mushrooms now. And be completely fine. Like, even if something goes wrong at Godskin Duo, like, we would still be fine. Oops. It's really nice to get the no aggro line there. It's really precise, though. So, like, we'll grab this mushroom, and then there's, like, 1 more right here. And then I think that'll be it. Then we don't have to, like, grab the clump in, like, the tent and stuff, and that means we don't have to get stuck, which is always annoying. So like we would usually go out of our way to pick up like there's some mushrooms like over there that we would typically go a bit out of our way for. You can see right there. I don't think we need to be doing all that. And like it's such a minor thing, but it also kind of feels nice to just run by and ignore them. We typically pick up those as well. But there's just no reason to. Yeah, 15 lilies. That's way more than enough. Why? Well, that's gonna throw things off quite a bit. Why did he jump? Dude. I was crouched, wasn't I? I was. Because when I was running away, I had to like actively uncrouch. What caused that? I'm gonna have to make a mental note to clip that so I can get some feedback on it. Like, that's ultimately not a big deal, it's really just a time loss, and we have to, like, run all this way again, which is annoying. But, like, it also throws off, like, our economy quite a bit. Where we're supposed to have, like, 7,000 runes right here. And we just threw those away. And there's really no way to just, like, replace them either. And if he can do it once, he can do it 3 more times. And then we don't have Kukri anymore. And then like, what do you do at that point? You know? My money's gonna be like all weird now. Yeah. It's a good thing we don't use a lot of Kukri on this run. Yeah, I don't know, dude. So what can I do here? I can sell his weapon and like his weapon and his shield. That's like 1,000 back. Once we kill Bernal, we can sell his armor set. That's maybe like 2,000, like 500 a piece. Maybe it might just be 500 for the chest plate.
Very well at my hand.
That's so weird. I wonder if that's like just a thing that he can do sometimes. Like there's a lot of things like that in this game. I wonder if that's one of them. Where like you lower the chance greatly by like not being close to him by like crouching the whole time, but there must still be a chance that it can happen. Otherwise, I don't think it would have there.
You're no matter how you.
Oh, no. We go to EG. I'm like so thrown off now. Alright, let's lock in.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am an old so here, perhaps.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And I mean, we typically level to 30 here. I'm not sure that we're yeah. Alright, I mean, we still have enough to like pay off patches and everything at least. This is gonna throw off a script somewhere though. That's the scary part. What is this gonna mess up?
What's wrong with you? I won't say it. I suppose I have no choice then. Is this what Grace would have of us? You are an enigma. To be certain, the volcano...
There's an awful lot of variants on that. Like sometimes I swear he reacts like much sooner than he does other times. It's really strange. But it's got way less variance than like the other strats we had for it, so I think that's our best bet.
Hello. Hell, it's rather my mistress, but I was a. Could I ask that thug only if you've. Oh, to bless the thug, please.
I wonder if it would be worth selling Radagon's Source Seal. It's probably not worth that much. It's like maybe 100 runes at best. That doesn't really make up for anything.
What are you
So
trying to
it's
start?
probably not worth it
Show
all.
me, and I'll consider. I'm not in love. You're first.
Oh, come on. Man, what do we do if that happens, like, on a live run, though, where we end up, like, whiffing all of our kukri? Like, I guess we just have to, like, detour to Weeping Peninsula, huh? That would be far from ideal, but I don't think we would have much of a choice. Alright. It's Margit time. No, it's not. What am I doing? I have to go back to... we have to go back to Raya, then finish her quest. Did I grab the gray? I did, okay. I was not sure if I grabbed the Altus Grace. Oh, we did. We're good.
Please. Oh, yeah. Thank you, kind. Did I forget? I seek you are very to steady such. Please.
Alright. Man, we might actually lose like a ton of levels like early on here. Like 7k early is significant, that's the
I
problem.
knew you. I hear. Take my hand. Give. I will.
I'm not entirely sure that we're going to get Gambit and no skill here, and then also be able to level up to, what we are usually at, like 34, 35, maybe 32. If it's 32, then maybe. But even that, I'm not really holding my breath on.
Rias, a warrior, perhaps. Will you join? I accept. Rise with us. And now you the drawing room, but be sure.
Because this is like a 7k purchase right here. So we're not going to have much left over. Yeah, I mean... Oh, no skill for the torch. That is a very common one for me to forget. Alright, this is starting to feel a little bit sloppy. What are we looking like time-wise? Yeah, that's... We lost like 2 minutes for that. Excellent.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Yeah, that was a couple extra hits. There's a few. Yeah, okay. Granted, like, we didn't level up there. I think we typically would have, but with 4K, I was like, I don't think this is worth it.
It's tightly. God, you'll breach the. Well, but of course.
Like, our damage is still insane. Like, we're still at +4, but you could definitely feel the under-leveled there. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be at like 34 there. So it's one level early, but it might snowball a bit as we get further in. That's kind of my concern. And then I want to say it was like the knee crease, like just above the head was the lineup. No, that was way too high. Good lord. So knee crease like even with the head, perhaps. There it is, okay. It's really funny to me that you can't like hurt yourself with a fire pot. It seems like that would just be a thing that made sense. Like you should be able to set up like RTSR with fire pots or something, you know? That was a very early gambit. I don't know why I gambited there. That made no sense. That was like the latest second shot of all time. Make sure we pick up like as many kukris here as possible since we whiff so many for DTS. Do we stagger here? Eventually.
I am the Lord of all that is golden. And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold. Oh, I almost forgot.
think I was supposed to make the sleep pods there as well, but I spaced out again. And then I'm relatively certain we're gonna have to rest here and make it daytime. I think our time cycle is all. Oh no. Oh well. Yeah, you know what would be tragic is if we went down to where the Deathbird was and it like dropped on us as we approached. That would suck. This does not feel like daytime, but okay. This feels less like daytime than the the dusk period did. That's crazy. I guess that's got to be like a rain thing, but still. Oh, I aggroed that bat, really? That usually doesn't happen. The first one usually like turns around but doesn't like actually aggro to you. It's interesting. Alright, so we should be like around the 50-minute mark at this point. Just want to make sure that even if something goes like we've lost a few minutes. Like we're usually like a low 50s, is like a mid 50s. Which is fine, like it doesn't cause concern that, oh, this run might not work anymore or anything crazy like that, but... Dang, only 40, okay. Yeah, we're usually at like 40. Okay, we're down like 3 levels at this point then. Ugh.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The I see. When you
Oh, that's...
are you
Whoops.
But now.
Okay. So we grab this 5. Does this 5 become important if we're down like 3 levels? I don't think it makes that much of a difference. We're not gonna one-cycle him. We don't need to, though. Like, we can kill him on phase transition. That's not a problem. So let's go with that. And then we'll get our weapon upgraded to +9 before gold free. I wonder if we should just go +7 so we can like actually make sure our Morgott is scripted. I've been kind of like messing around with that idea, but I don't know if I like the idea of having like suddenly way less damage. I feel like that's something we would have to like test. And not just like say, yeah, we're gonna do that and obviously it's gonna work kind of thing. Yeah, that's that is significant. That's crazy. We lost 7k. No way, dude. I had no idea that hitbox was so large. Alright, well. Wow. So I guess make sure you're standing behind Leonard when you punish him. Like that's the only difference. Like that wasn't even like a damage issue. That was literally just like I didn't realize that that explosion was so big. Didn't even really realize that was an explosion. Ah, that sucks.
Only. Fine. You have earned now to become the thing as much. Now.
Yeah, so let's not level our weapon yet. Let's just throw all this in. And that's fine. Oh, that should have happened on the elevator. That was dumb. Yeah, this elevator's long enough that we should be doing all our item switching there instead. Man, what a run, dude. This has been such a mess. Oh, that feels pretty bad. Like, it's been a long time since we've been hit on anything that's like early game. Like that's a learning hit at least. Like I had no idea that you could get hit standing behind Radon in any capacity. It's like we learned something at least, but like that still just feels like such a dumb hit to take. Dude, just fall. Thank you. I wasn't convinced that was actually gonna sleep him for a second though. Alright, so now we can go +9. We'll go +9, we'll kill Goldfree, and then we'll do our little talisman route.
Those of a challenge, find them well.
Ten sleep pots for one more fight. I think that'll be plenty. Oh wait, I didn't even kill Goldfree yet. Whoops. Alright, we need to go do that now though, because if we do it later, I end up like losing a bunch of runes from having to Memory of Grace out of the catacombs. So yet another mistake on a very, very clean run. Climb, there you go. Alright, so like, this should happen. We're never using an Ash on gold free. So if we have it, we can at least like leverage it a little bit. I'm sure we're still short on levels here. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, I guess there's no reason to drink blue there, right? Just kill him, yeah. Okay, now we can go and oh, this is gonna be like all messed up now. Because there's no like Gillica Grace. So now we're gonna spend like extra time running to something we've already ran to, and what a mess of a run, bro. But I still don't want you under my desk, please. No, thank you. Oh no, dude, my money is so messed up. Now I just have to pop this just to make sure I don't lose like an entire level right here. Alright, so we'll lose like a little over 5k, which is still more than we would have liked to, considering we've already lost 7. Oh, that dog do be being detected. trying to. No way, dude. Yeah, I don't know what happened that one time when we actually did get hit there. I have not been able to recreate it since. I mean, not that I would want to, but it's nice to be able to like recreate it so that you know what it is you did that got you hit kind of thing, you know? No, I play Fire, you know? Fair enough. Fair enough. I do not play farming games. My brain needs more engagement than that. Oh my goodness. So I've talked about this a little bit on stream. Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. I feel you. Like, I have other games for that. Definitely not this. But I've been talking about how I've been playing Diablo on stream. I've gotten to the point where I'm like kind of maxed out power-wise, unless I start like mega optimizing my gear, which is quite the process. I spent over 2 billion gold re-rolling one skill that I got on a pair of gloves today. 2 billion gold. It costs like 500,000 to re-roll like one time. And I spent 2 billion, dude. And it's not even like a completely optimized pair of gloves. Like, it's pretty good. But like it's not even like 100% like I will never need like another pair. Like I will still be actively searching for better ones, but that was crazy. Like I was just not paying attention. I just could not get the roll that I wanted. And then I finally got it and I was like, "Holy crap, I only have 500 million gold left." I I'm not locked in, dude. Man. No way! Dude, I didn't even see anything under me there. This is just a crap run, holy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still very much suffering from you get hit once and then you just kind of like turn your brain off and go through the motions of the rest of the run. So like getting hit on Radon's like really bad. Like the rest of this is just gonna be pure slop. Like we got him to go into like the sword rain at a really good time, and like my brain just
Hello
like did
again.
not register it at all.
Allow me, you are
Like
unprevented
we got
authority to
exactly what
husk
we
the
needed to
enemy
make
and
that a
become
completely
my
free fight,
purpose,
and
so
just
I'd like you to
didn't do
flame
what we
them
were supposed to
and
do.
guide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like everything is just off about this now. We lost like runes early because DTS just decided to do DTS things. And then like every other hit has been like a result of that basically. Where I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive on Radon and get in extra hits because our damage was lower than it was supposed to be. So I was like standing closer to like his phase 2 transition than I should have been. So we got hit there. And then because we got hit there, I was like not locked in on Morgott. I was kind of just like, well, this ain't it, so. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like on game day it's gonna be different. Like I think I've done a pretty good job of like not doing that too much on these runs. But like at the same time, it's been very experimental in that I feel like I have only just now like actually locked down like exactly what I want to do for a lot of these runs. But I feel like for the most part, even like once we've gotten hit, I've still been like, okay, gotta lock in because just because I got hit once doesn't mean the other guy doesn't get hit twice. Like, just like you said, you know. Because yeah, like it's one of those things. I think my brain struggles to reframe it when like I'm not going against anyone right now, right? Um, I think it will be different on the actual game day where even if I do get hit, this is still the run. Like after this, we will not be running this again. Like this is me putting up a score basically, right? So like the stakes just don't feel present. It's very hard to like force your brain into like adrenaline mode because when you do this for real, like it's gonna be, you know, adrenaline inducing and like all that kind of stuff. But it's very difficult to like trick your brain into that, or at least it is for me. Going against myself right now, I mean basically, right? Yeah, that's always been like a super issue on like all of my hitless runs and stuff. Like even when we're not at PB1, like you get hit once and you're like, oh, well, this isn't it, and then you kind of just like find yourself looking at chat more during like important running sections and stuff like that, and it's just like, uh, it's tough. That's like one of those discipline things for sure that is very hard to like train yourself in. It's like if I can lock in now and not take any more hits, I would still call this like a fairly decent run. Considering like the amount of stuff that went wrong, like this definitely could have gone way worse than it has. Yeah, no worries, man. All good. Yeah, honestly, this might end up being like an early stream for me. I am so tired. My workday was kind of insane. I had like an almost 2-hour meeting today. And I am not built for that. Oh, that's good. Me being the person that I am, like, if I don't sleep a lot, like, that's not the worst thing in the world to me, but, like, if I get a little bit of sleep and, like, work isn't so bad, like, I still call that a win. I know you're wired a little bit different, but my brain immediately goes to, oh, good. Like, for me, like, a tired workday usually means I'm not super paying attention, and then that just makes it feel like the day goes by faster, which I am all about that. Yeah, you're 8 hours. Yeah, as long as I get, like, my 5, I'm good. And, like, even if I get my 4, I'm just like, ah, fine. For 9 to 10. I, like, can't even imagine getting that much sleep. I feel like that has to be, like, the most disorienting thing. That's like when you accidentally take a nap and then, like, you wake up and it's, like, late at night. Like, you lay down at, like, 3 o'clock just to, like, rest your eyes for a little bit, thinking you'll get up at, like, 4:30 or whatever, and all of a sudden it's, like, 6:30. And you're like, whoa. I think that's what would happen to me if I, like, accidentally got, like, 10 hours of sleep. I think my brain would just, like, stop working. Alright, have a good night, Vi. Thank you for the good luck. You know I'll get it. I mean, I already don't have it. I don't think I'm gonna go for, like, a whole nother run. I'm quite tired. Like, I'll probably do this run and then, like, maybe do a little bit of practice or something, but the rest of it, ah, I see. I see. Yeah, I've been trying to go through and do, like, multiple runs a stream, but I'm just so tired, dude. Everything has been quite a lot. Yeah, that's kind of the goal at this point. Do what you can. Alright, good night, Vibe. How much are those? Alright, I mean, that's like 6k. That's almost what we were missing. Maybe that gets us back on track. That's actually a thought. I'll pop those before Fire Giant, and we'll see if I can get like close to like the 75 dex mark. Or do we even get to? I don't think we get to 75 at 5. No, we don't. We're usually like right below it, I want to say. Well, maybe. Fire Giant's like 200k. I don't know, dude. I am not all here tonight. I simply am not. Do I even have a level here? I don't know that I do. I have exactly one. I'm pretty sure we're more than one level shy. Oh, maybe not. At this point, I honestly just have no idea what's going on. Like we lost the 7k at the beginning, but I think that means that we ended up losing even more from out of the catacombs. I think it kind of just ended up spiraling. I don't know. Oh, we're a bit far. We might not. Oh, we're not going to get the stagger now. And then he's going to like fireball, and even if we do stagger him, we're not going to get the punish. Okay, now I just haven't hit him enough to stagger him. Yeah, everything's just screwed at this point. Like, I guess it's good to like run through this way, because if we ended up having this setback on an actual run, like this is what it's gonna be like. I don't even think that was like I made a mistake or anything. Like, I think that was just bad RNG. Oh, right. Not good at all. Dude, I got that headshot like one time, and I have not been able to recreate it since. Dude. See, and like this is like a really good example of why I don't like playing for the stagger. Because it's like you don't get it, and then you just end up like trying to force it even harder, and then you just make a mistake. Like I've got to just be okay with like going for the stagger, and then like if it doesn't happen, just drop it. Like that's what should have happened.
This world and death are you to commit? For let my hand.
I wonder if I should like start leveling before we go to DTS. I wonder if that does anything. Like we can just level as far as we can with the runes we have. So if something does go wrong, we can Memory of Grace and it doesn't effectively matter. Like that could be something. And then like after the fact still like upgrade our weapon and stuff first and then upgrade to like 30 dex and still cut it at the same spot. So it doesn't actually change the way we're doing things, it just minimizes the ways we can get punished, I guess. So I think that's going to be the major takeaway for this run, is once we grab that Grace before DTS... Oh, that's going to trigger Melina though, that's so annoying. Does it actually matter? No. It is annoying though. God. Yeah, I think we just have to like bite the bullet and just trigger her early. I'm trying to think, like, where does all that money come from? Is it possible that we could like level up in Limgrave so she doesn't trigger? No, because everything after Fort Faroth will trigger her because we've left Limgrave at that point. So I think we're kind of just screwed. I'm pretty sure that's what the trigger is. It's like if you leave Limgrave or if you die to Margit, is when she's like, oh, I can go to the Round Table Hold now. I think those are the triggers. And since Ferrith is like the first thing we do, I don't think that gives us like much for flexibility. I wonder if I should have Memory of Grace out of Fire Giant, honestly. Like, at a point, it becomes apparent when, like, the fight's not gonna go your way, right? We were certainly at that point. Granted, if he had given us anything other than, like, the plate shovel crap that he does, like, it would have been fine. It's just when you're close up to him, like we were there, the hitbox on it is really weird. Because I'm pretty sure it starts behind the plate, which is why I didn't roll in time. Because I thought we were going to be plenty safe, and we were not. Alright, we're all caught up damage-wise. Should sleep in, yeah. Too much has gone wrong. There is no reason for us to not level here. Alright, we're pretty much where we should be rune-wise now that we picked up the Hero's Rune and got the extra 20k. If anything, we might actually be like a level ahead now, which is kind of funny. That almost felt like too close. I'm feeling like I can almost certainly confirm that we will get hit by that bird at some point during the league. Like, where he detects you and how much health he has, like, it's really hard to get rid of him in any way that feels safe with this weapon.
You're up.
I like completely blanked there for a second on what we were doing, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so tired, dude. Oh, need that still.
Thou who approacheth destined death, I will not have it stolen from me again.
Well, that was early. This stupid weapon art is so bad sometimes. Oh my god. Like, I literally just wanted to, like, transition him with, like, an actual decent chunk of damage, but no. And everything just whiffs. Far from a clean fight, but we have experience on that one at least. Ooh, you know, we might not two-shot Gideon here. Our strength might be down a little bit. I want to say we're usually at 20 by now, so this could be bad. Um, Dang, I don't think we can really... I don't think we can really do anything about that. It's like, it's one of those goofy things, like we're probably going to have to hit him with like a single R1. But it sucks that it's like Gideon, and that in and of itself can be like very scary. I'm not sure how much like... how much we're doing with like the ash right now.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas...
Yeah, it's gonna be close. Ooh, there we go.
In my
Yo, true raid.
cannot become
How's it going, homies?
not even you.
I can spell, this is fine. What's up, Pelicans? What's up, Drew? What's up, Guinea? How we all doing?
Kill
Did we get the run?
God.
Were we deathless? Yeah, let's go, dude. GG. GG. So what game is next? I know you're like going through all of them. Was that the last one, or is there still another? Yo, Pelicans with the one. Appreciate that, my dude. Fake fan. Guys, this run has been a mess. If you look at those splits, I want you to tell me where you think things started to go wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you ahead of time, you're probably wrong. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it's one of those things where like if you're not submitting the runs for anything, then it's kind of just like as long as you're happy with the run you got, I mean, who cares, right? Yo, the back-to-back. What's up, Spectre? Welcome in, dude. Appreciate the good luck, dude. Yo, what's up, Eggsy? Undo bacon. that is a fair guess, Bacon. I'm not gonna lie, but it did go slightly better than that. What's up, Kool-Aid? What's up, Bunny? Squishy, welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. Oh man, but welcome in, guys. If you're not familiar with me, I am Zephyr. Zeph, either one is fine. I do challenge runs. Do a lot of hitless stuff, a lot of speed. I am currently working on the same league that Spectre is working on. So if you came in with Spectre's raid, you know exactly what's going on right now. This run has been insanely cursed. We got DTS to hop away from us for some reason. I wasn't close to him. I was crouched the entire time, and I lost like almost 10k runes at the beginning of my run, and my damage has been off for like every single fight since then, which is basically why you're seeing red where you're seeing it, which is just truly unfortunate. Yeah, no worries, dude. Appreciate you coming in with the raid. So that's where we're at, but aside from just having like lower damage than expected, everything has gone pretty well. So I think what we've learned on this run is we should level up before DTS because he just does stuff, I guess. I don't know, dude. But hope your run went well, Spectre. Not too well, but, you know, decently. That's what I was told, Pelicans, yeah. Vibed your way to 3 hits? Alright. So it sounds like we're pretty even at this point. Hey, what's up, Donut? Yeah, Ghost Match is gonna go hard, dude.
Brave, tarnished.
So, like, what is it that triggers the hop then, Donut? Because I remember you told me at one point that, like, oh, I wasn't crouched, and that's what caused it. And I was crouched in this scenario. I wasn't standing, like, directly on top of him. I have literally no idea what it was that went wrong. Like, if you have any feedback. There isn't a clip yet. If you have turbo, I think you can, like, rewind to probably, like, the 50-minute mark. And you'd be able to see it then. But if not, I'm gonna clip it after stream, and I can, like, drop it somewhere. Yeah, no worries, Spectre. No worries. Appreciate the raid, dude. Glad you had a good stream. Alright, we didn't miss a lot of, like, the fights we've been putting a lot of stuff into. So that's good at least. Thank you for GG's. So I didn't get hit, Donut. I had to Memory of Grace out, and I lost like a bunch of early levels, which like screwed my entire run. Yeah, I like Memory of Grace out the first time because he jumped like way off to the side. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it should look mostly the same, except for whatever reason he like jumped away from me. Yeah, like I know some people will like lure him to a specific spot, so that when he does jump, he like jumps into a wall and doesn't actually go anywhere. Like I'm like 90% certain that's what Gino does, but he drags him like way out somewhere else. But yeah, I've been doing that exactly the way I did it for quite some time now, and he has not jumped. And then suddenly today he did, and I just like lost out on a bunch of like early game stuff. Alright, we're not aggroed. We can do everyone's favorite skip. Yeah, so like that was kind of my only other thing, was that it could have been distance related. And then the longer I thought about it, the more I was like, okay, like I feel like it would only make sense for him to hop away if I was too close. So it's like, what happened? Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to like make a DTS save or something and just like try different distances and see if something feels like consistent. Because like I'm usually not too close to him, but I, yeah, I was at a loss on that one. Like either way, I will likely just end up leveling before that, so I don't end up being like 3 levels short, but yeah, because like you told me about like the staying crouch thing while I was working on AGR, and literally have not had a problem with that until tonight. So I'm like, dude, what happened? Do the thing, bro. Yeah, I seem to be really good at like poking holes in your strats though. Yeah, that was my thought. Like, it worked for so long. It's weird that it suddenly wouldn't now. Yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. Every time Donut hands me a strat, I have to figure out how to make it not work. Thank you for GG's. But yeah, that was a weird one for me. Because I was thinking about it like after the fact, like I can't not. And I was like, I was crouched, like I wasn't too close, like I what happened?
Please, no. Your merciless moves.
But yeah, that's kind of what threw a wrench in the whole rest of the run. Because I was short damage on Radon, so I ended up trying to punish like the phase 2 transition a little bit harder than I usually did. And I found out you can stand too close to him and get hit by like the explosion from Cragblade at the beginning. So there was that, and then on Morgott, I was just literally so disengaged from having been hit on Radon that I just was not locked in. And then on Fire Giant, I think I just like whiffed a lot of damage, would have saved it, but because I was underleveled, I could not. So it's kind of just been a spiral at this point. But it is what it is. We've had a lot of really, really good runs prior to this. You can always quit. This is a good point. This is a very good point. I will, yeah. If the charity tournament doesn't go my way, I will literally just ghost. I tell my daughter that every day. What a good dad, dude. Yeah, like honestly, it sounds like it's supposed to be like a meme, but yeah, I think more people need to just hear that like, hey, you can quit, and like that's okay. Like not every single thing that you try is going to be for you, and like that doesn't make you a loser, you know? It can. Yeah, when you're like putting a lot of time into the wrong stuff, I 100% agree. Like I think it is also very important to like encourage people to try to do difficult things, but I do also think that there's a point where it's just like, hey, if you don't like this, like don't do it. I could have been unemployed 3 years earlier. You know, everyone has their regrets. That's just the way it goes. The world around you and bad RNG. Ain't that the truth, Jode? Ain't that the truth? That's like a banger quote, honestly. I like that a lot. You can do whatever bad RNG will not stop you from doing. Heck yeah. Dude, I should like actually drink here. We've gambited so much. That's not where I wanted to land. Loot, I know, and we didn't even pick it up. I would if it didn't make menuing more annoying. I hate when like my muscle memory gets like changed around a little bit because I killed like the Golden Vow Knight and he dropped like armor in addition to like Golden Vow or whatever. And then when I go to like equip something else later on, it ends up like moving where things are. I'm like, come on, man. Every time. Rude. Dude, those ants are pretty oblivious. God. Dude, people constantly be out here just being like, oh, there's so many jobs though, just go get another one. You don't like yours? Surely any other job will be very convenient for you. And it's like, brother, are you delusional? Like, my current job, I work from home. I make like a decent amount of money. Not like a crazy amount of money, but it's like decent. Like, I was able to buy a house with my wife, right? And like the amount of money that we save by both of us working from home, like the amount of gas money we don't spend is like a game changer for us. And people are just like, "Oh, I mean like you don't like your job, so like just, you should just go ahead and find something else." And it's like, dude, if I go and find another job, it's gonna cost me like $300 a month. Like, gas is expensive, bro. Like, we're out in the middle of nowhere, too. Like, if either of us got, like, an in-person job, we would 100% be driving at least an hour one way. Well, that was sketchy. Huh? Wait. In what universe does he see me ever? In what world? Why is he down there? Nah. Game's cheating. Game said 3 hits wasn't good enough. This apparently. The Zephyr patch? Shut up. It's the Zephyr patch where the Melania opening doesn't work. DTS jumps whenever he wants. And Battle Mage just walks a random trajectory. You should play Diablo. There's like very few times where I feel like you shouldn't play Diablo. I think it's a very good way to de-stress before like a very important league match, you know what I mean? Good. Spectre, I spent 2 billion gold today re-rolling a single pair of gloves. 2 billion gold. Financial, oh god, dude. Race. You know, that does feel like a legitimate guess, don't it? Like I can't even like fault you for that. Three, yes. Oh, that's wild work on everyone who was involved's part. Alright, are you guys ready to see my supposedly cursed waterfowl dodge? It's not cursed? I keep being told otherwise. Me when it's definitely cursed. Dude, I don't know who I watched do this, that this is the way my waterfowl dodge came out. Like, now that people have pointed out that it's weird, like, I can't unsee it, and I'm like, who did I watch do this? Where I was like, yup, that's what I'm doing. Like, I cannot for the life of me think of who it could be. I have no idea who that is. I'm afraid that's a joke and it's gone like so far over my head that I don't know how to respond to it. Aha. No. So it wouldn't have been him. My alter ego. Yeah, I do remember people talking about that. Um, I didn't know who the guy was, though. GTA 6 for protagonist. Man, lots of good guesses. Very obviously spliced PB1. Yeah, that would definitely be worth splicing. The whole run is 50 minutes. That is very impressive, Pelicans. How are you so fast? Alright. I think if we get like a good Melania fight here, I think we did a pretty decent job of saving this run considering how quickly it went off rails. Like more than anything, I think this just ends up being like good practice for if something goes screwy during like a live run. Okay, you jerk. Stagger? Wow. Are we not even gonna get waterfowl? We may not. Oh, I forgot to use the Exalted Flesh, dude. There we go. That was not the move I was expecting there. Wow, not a single retaliatory kick either.
Strength. Extraordinary. The mark of a true lord.
Someone clip that and send it to Lank. Lank would very highly approve of that kill, I think.
Dear Mikola. Oh, dearest Mikola. My brother.
Weapon only square. Oh no.
I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
Alright, what was the, I mean, like a 218, that's not bad. The extraordinary kukri. Thank you for GG's, guys. Alright, let's probably run through like lower damage Melania a couple of times. Hit counter. Thank you for GG's. Yeah, let's do like low damage Melania. We'll do like one like low damage and one like really low damage, and then probably call it there. All right, have a good one, Jode. Appreciate you dropping in and hanging out for a bit. Oh, dude, my controller like disconnects every time I set it down on my desk. This is like not an old controller. I literally started using this probably in like June. It seems like it should probably just, you know, like function. So this will load us in at Hippo for some reason. Oh, or Morgott, I guess. It's usually Hippo. But it never loads me where I want to start for whatever reason. Which is awesome. I love that so much. Oh, that was really weird. That looked like she was like idling, and then she just immediately went into the swipes there. That was really awkward to respond to. Can you do something? You jerk.
I am Melania.
I hate that mid-range waterfowl so much. I would take close range waterfowl over mid-range like all day. Not even a thought. That's our first Melania hit in like a long time though. Like even the runs that haven't gone that great, like the past couple of days, like those have not been Melania hits. They've been like everything leading up to, but yeah. Yeah, practice is always good. Oh, come on. Famous last words. Come on, Pelicans. Just had to go and do me like that, huh? Crazy. Did I deserve it? Yeah, 100%. I did. Yo, what's up, Shiro? How's it going, dude? It's going pretty well. We had like a 3-hit run, but we had like a massive mistake at the beginning where that kind of like caused most of the hits. We had some really weird like RNG go down with DTS right at the start. I ended up having to like Memory of Grace out, and I lost like a bunch of early levels. So that kind of threw off my early game, but like the end game was pretty clean, which is the very important part. So like I'll take that. Not super broken up about it. No, that's not what I want. How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Are you making progress on your Sekiro run? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't even know if it's like something we need to fix or if it was literally just like, well, that's unlucky that that happened. Because I have never seen him do that before. So, a little bit of a mixed bag. Like, we'll go back and assume nothing happens again. If it same thing happens next stream, then like we'll figure it out. Nice, dude. Yeah, always feels good to feel like you're making progress on a run. That was one of like my least favorite things about Dark Souls 1. Like, I got to the point where I was like a week or two in, and I was like, I don't feel like I'm making progress on this anymore. I feel like I'm literally just dying to jank. And that was like the worst feeling. Maybe? Nice.
Extraordinary.
So like I did the what was it? Like the Sword of Astora for the beginning, and then swapped to the Crystal Halberd for like the end game. Alright, no worries, Pelicans. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out, dude. Hope you have a good night. I've watched that clip 20 times. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Have a good night, dude. Alright, let's do like a mega low damage. Like we'll do like a +0 type thing. And by type thing, I mean we'll do +0. And then I'd like to like run Morgoth a few times. Because like I did not do that fight right at all. Like being under-leveled for that fight didn't help, but that was definitely not why we got hit. Oh, I was expecting a waterfowl there. I guess she's probably not in range yet, huh? Ooh. Yeah, I just need her to chill for a second for stamina. There we go. Alright, definitely in waterfowl range now. But where is it? I think I really just need to like stay closer to her so that when she does go into like waterfowl, I'm there for the close range dodge. Because anytime I run away, like I usually mess that up. Which is crazy because that's supposed to be like the easy option. I don't like being here. Can we go this way? Like we're in a giant arena and you insist on fighting by the wall? Solid. Just get a clean phase 2. Oh, you know what? In phase 2, when she gets staggered, I don't think I can R1 her as she's standing up. I think she can go straight into the kick. And since my first R1 is like a 2 swing, I'm pretty sure I just get hit by that. See, like now I like want to test it and see if I'm right. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah.
Flesh be consumed by the scarlet rot.
Alright, I don't want to spend too much time on her. Like, we've been having really good fights. And, like, realistically, that was a pretty good fight, too, except for one minor misplay. So let's go ahead and move on to Morgott. Just for probably a couple sets of Morgott, like 2 or 3. And we'll probably call it there. No way! Where's my stagger, bro? I feel like that was all very close together. At what point does he regen there? Like, I assume the first hit of the fight does nothing, right? Because he immediately, like, jumps away, does a throwing knife and all that stuff. After that, we were hitting him pretty consistently. I got like 2 tap R2s in. Yeah, I've got some questions. Maybe too many like R2s and not enough R1s. It's like it feels pretty consistent. I'm just not sure where my my stagger went that time. Very strange. Yeah, I guess we just stick with the R1s for the most part. Maybe I'm getting more poise damage by like getting more R1s in versus just like a single tap R2. That could be. Because like I did R1 here, but like I can hit him. Ah, see, this isn't gonna give it to me. Because that was a very early sword rain. Oh, what was that, game? Alright, this is just gonna be straight phase transition, unfortunately. Too early. That was a really awkward camera angle to play from. What? Come on, man. Yeah, this is a good sign to call it early tonight, I think. These fights have been like so sloppy for me today. Granted, it's been a very long day, but I think we've put in enough practice that this should not happen. This won't work. Really? So like I guess in that scenario the ideal is to get like the helicopter. Dude, I did not think we were gonna have the poise damage there to actually stagger him. Like I was gonna do it just to see for science, but that is not how I thought that was gonna work. Whoa. Like, this feels so wildly inconsistent, dude. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more and then we'll call it there. We'll find someone to raid. The more I practice this fight, the more confused I get. It's really sick, isn't it? I like this a lot. There's some really nasty dodges you can do with the weapon art. Nope. Who? Okay, so I guess like we hit him while he was jumping away, so he had like transition iframes, I guess. So that's interesting. Hmm. All right, we'll call it there. We'll call it there. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm wiped. Um, yeah, I mean like a 3-hit run. It's hard to be upset about that. Like that's pretty solid. My goal for like all the games was to be able to get all of the runs with at least like 3 hits or less. So we had like what was it like 3 or 4 like 1 hits in a row, and then that was a 3. So like we're on track for week 1 at the very least. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's gonna be sick, dude. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Always nice to see you pop in chat, dude. I will. I haven't seen you live yet. What's your like normal stream schedule like? No worries, Spectre. Appreciate the raid, homie. Um. Oh, Poppy's doing some gaming. She's playing Expedition 33. I think she's very early. Oh, she's like very early. Okay. Yeah. So if you'd like to avoid spoilers, definitely feel free to dip if you need to. But she is insanely early, so you shouldn't be anything too crazy. Oh, just practicing offline. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I've been keeping my eye out. I'm like, dude, I want to see Shira play. Like, what the heck? All right, cool. So we'll be back on Friday. We're gonna run this through. We'll probably do it twice, just because it's like the day before, basically. Um, but yeah, and then it's gonna be game day on Sunday, so gonna be prepping for that mad hard. And by prepping, I mean playing a lot of Diablo 4. All right, take care, guys.